My name is Phillip Nelson. I'm a firearm law attorney and co-founder of Legal Heat, the nation's largest firearm training company. Today we've teamed up with Sportsman's Warehouse to discuss several important topics that all gun owners, particularly new gun owners, need to understand. The first topic we're going to discuss is how to handle a police encounter if you have a firearm in your possession. The laws relating to police encounters while armed will vary greatly from state to state. There are three basic types of state laws relating to police encounters, however, and we call them duty to inform laws, quasi duty to inform laws, and no duty to inform laws. Duty to inform laws are laws that legally require someone to tell a police officer of the presence of a firearm whenever they have an official encounter. We call these duty to inform states because they require you to immediately and affirmatively tell a police officer if you have a firearm in your possession. Duty to inform states include the following: Alaska, Arkansas, Maine, Michigan, Nebraska, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Texas, and Washington, D.C. If you find yourself in one of those duty to inform states, you must tell the police officer if you have a firearm. The second category of states is quasi duty to inform states. In these states, you do not have an affirmative obligation to tell the police officer that you have a firearm in your possession, but you do generally have to provide them with your permit and answer honestly if it's asked of you. The specific requirements of these state laws will vary from state to state, but it's important to note that being required to give an officer your permit once it's asked of you, which is quasi duty to inform, and being required to affirmatively tell the officer you have a firearm without being prompted, which we call duty to inform, are two very different legal requirements. The third category of state is a no duty to inform state. No duty to inform states do not have an affirmative obligation to tell a police officer if you have a firearm, and they also generally don't require you to respond if asked. No duty to inform states are states that have no affirmative duty to inform a police officer of the presence of your firearm if stopped, and also do not generally have a statutory legal obligation to inform an officer if you have a firearm even if asked. Unlike quasi-duty to inform states, no duty to inform states are states that have no statutory affirmative duty to inform a police officer of the presence of your firearm if stopped, and also do not legally require you to answer even if asked. Unlike quasi-duty to inform states, no duty to inform states do not require permit holders to present any information to an officer regarding the possession of a firearm, even if asked. If you choose to inform a police officer of the presence of your firearm, however, we recommend you follow these 5 steps. Number 1, keep your hands visible at all times. If you're in a vehicle, place your hands on the steering wheel until you have informed the officer of the presence of the firearm and fully complied with his or her instructions. Number 2, advise the officer that you have a valid concealed firearm permit and there is a firearm in your vehicle or possession. Number 3, advise the officer of the location of the firearm. Number 4, comply with all instructions of the officer. And finally, number 5, do not reach for the firearm, do not reach for anything in the vehicle unless instructed to do so. If you would like more information about these laws or many others, you can visit legalheat.com or sportsmans.com, or also stop into any Sportsman's Warehouse store to sign up for a class today.